Hello, everybody. It is me, Elizabeth. I'm back here filming a video out of pettiness. I know I probably shouldn't, but yeah, I can't help it. Maybe I won't post this, but we'll see. I just have to get this out of my system, or else I won't be able to calm down about it. So anyway, if you watched my last video, my live, I did briefly mention NFTs. The context being specifically Modhaus NFTs, and that if Loona were going to participate, which I think they are because they've already announced Artemis NFTs, that I would buy them. So when I uploaded that, I did think somebody might say something, but I was thinking to myself that anybody that would say something would be saying something coming from a place that is based in reality or the facts of the matter, but that's not what happened. So I don't know. This video is not me trying to convince anybody else, okay? I don't care if you like NFTs, if you don't like NFTs, if you're going to participate in Loona Modhaus objects. I don't care. But I wanted to explain why I feel comfortable with it. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm doing. So, the general prevailing feelings about NFTs is that they're bad. Okay, NFTs bad. I agree. Actually, when NFTs bad, when they first started coming out, I only saw them used for bad things. Okay, and then I don't give a shit about NFTs, so I never thought about them again, and I moved on with my life. And this idea, NFT equals bad, has stuck with me, and I imagine that's the same with everybody else too. But as soon as they announced Artemis objects, I was like, okay, well, I have to figure out what's going on because my faves are going to be involved. And yeah, I did on my last video receive a comment, and don't bother looking for it because I deleted it, but somebody said, oh, of course you're going to give up your morals for your fave. No. I'm on the spectrum. My morals are extremely important to me, okay? That's why I did so much research, okay? This is an informed decision. I didn't just decide because Loona's going to be involved. Okay, I'm okay with NFTs now, okay? I did a lot of research. I did a lot of reading. And I determined if it was something I felt comfortable with. And that's it. Loona already had an entire line of NFTs and I didn't buy any of them. So, but if it's going to be part of the continuing business model that Loona's going to be engaging with, I wanted to know what the deal was and whether or not I would be participating. Okay, I'm planning ahead here. Anyways, why are NFTs bad? They're bad because of speculative markets. They're bad because of grifts, scams, Ponzi schemes, and they're bad because they steal and profit from artists, and they're bad because of environmental factors. Oh my god, I thought this would be a cute way to illustrate my point, but my handwriting is atrocious, so anyways, sticker back. Yeah, speculative markets, grift scams, Ponzi schemes, stealing and profiting from artists, and environmental factors. This is what we saw a lot of when NFTs started gaining a lot of notoriety, like when they started becoming popular, I guess you could say. is that it was a big Ponzi, it was like a big pyramid scheme, where the more people you got to buy into it, the more money you got to get before you jump ship and let the whole thing crash. Okay. Grifting, scamming people, that was all prevalent. That was like the entire basis for the boom in NFT popularity. And NFT, all of this was facilitated by artwork stolen from artists. Okay. My husband is an artist. This is very personal, you know? It was a very personal situation. My husband's an artist, and both of us have worked in the financial sector for like 10 years. So, like, this is kind of our deal, you know? So yeah, I hated all of that. But the thing is, and at their core, NFTs are basically a receipt for a transaction. They aren't necessary for any of this to happen. They were just being used as a tool for this to happen. The same kind of tool that, like, you could replace an NFT with a Pokemon card. That also had a huge, or it still has a huge speculative market. Yeah. So, and these have nothing to do with the way that Modhaus utilizes NFTs. The NFTs that Modhaus has have no assigned monetary value. Okay? There's no value, there's no bubble here going on. They're literally just trading cards. Trading cards and a vote, which the vote, I think all the thoughts about the votes are, okay, anyway, I'm getting off track. These have nothing to do with how Modhaus is utilizing them, so I don't really have to consider them in my specific situation. So all that leaves is environmental factors. Okay, so why are NFTs bad for the environment? NFTs themselves are not bad for the environment. What is bad for the environment is the blockchain. And why is the blockchain bad for the environment? Because of the way that they verify the tokens. I think that's what you call them, or the blocks. So to verify each transaction, there's a rig of a massive amount of computational power solving really intense math problems, okay? And that's necessary for every transaction on the blockchain to verify that it is a legitimate transaction. So that's why it takes so much electricity and why it's bad for the environment, because the amount of power needed to solve these problems is just astronomical, okay? And yes, it's been compared to the electrical output of an entire small country, specifically Sweden is what it's always compared to. I don't gel with that. That's not okay with me, okay? So I'm trying not to take it really personally, but there were people attacking my morals by saying I was okay with that. I'm not okay with that. That method is called proof of work. So to prove that the transaction is valid, you have to show proof of your work. And your work is your computer solving those intense problems, okay? That's why. Now, they were developing something called proof of stake. What is proof of stake? Proof of stake is kind of like a collateral loan, which, okay, I know that not all of you know as much about financial stuff as me, so I'll explain. If you want to take a loan out from the bank, say you want to borrow $5,000, a lot of times they're not willing to give you $5,000, okay? You're going to have to put something down as collateral. So say, for instance, a car title. Say your car, you paid it off, it's worth at least $5,000. You take the title to the bank and you say, I own this car, it's worth at least this much. Can I borrow $5,000? And the bank says, okay, I'll give you $5,000. If you don't pay it back, I get to take your car and sell it and make the money back. Okay, that's basically what proof of stake is. Okay, so the validators that for proof of work were using their mining rigs to do all these math problems. In proof of stake, the validators have to put up their own assets. Okay? You lock your own assets away into a thing, and then if you do a good job validating, you get awarded with more assets. If you do a bad job validating, they take your assets away. You don't have to do the math problems, so you don't use all of that energy that proof of work uses, okay? And proof of stake is 99.9% more energy efficient than proof of work. Okay, but what does that mean? What does that mean? I went looking for some solid numbers here. Let's see. Okay, some comparisons. Energy consumption per transaction. Proof of stake is worth about 20 minutes of TV. Each transaction on proof of stake is about 20 minutes of TV. I don't even really watch TV. But anyways, by contrast, proof of work uses the energy of a house, Bitcoin, which is what we're all familiar with. That what all the NFTs like a couple years ago were on. It consumes 38 days of an entire household worth of energy. In comparison, proof of stake is 20 minutes of TV. Now, you say 20 minutes of TV is still bad. It's not that bad to me. I don't consider it that bad. I'm willing to give up 20 minutes of TV for a digital Loona trading card. I am. Like I said, I don't really watch TV, so maybe I am owed. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, the environment is very important to me. And if Modhaus was under proof of work, I would not even consider it. Okay, but it isn't. It's proof of stake. Okay, so that is why I'm okay with the environmental factor. So if you're gonna attack me about 20 minutes worth of TV watching, I don't know. There's doctors' offices that run their TVs 24/7. Like, I make a lot of conscious efforts in my life to be as environmentally friendly as I can. I turn stuff off during the day. I turn the heat up. I don't drive very often. I don't consume dairy or beef. Like, I make a lot of personal sacrifices, and my morals are very important to me. So yeah, I took it really personally when somebody came into my comments, insinuating that. This is where I get a little petty. I know I'm doing a bad thing, but I don't care. I don't think I'm doing a bad thing, and I do care a lot, which is why I did so much research and I learned about how the blockchain works, okay? Also, doing good things to help the environment does not equate making NFTs good or okay to buy, especially if there's no proof of Modhaus actually doing them. I think you're confused because Modhaus is not doing the environmental offset. Polygon is. Polygon is the platform that Modhaus uses for their NFTs. Polygon is the blockchain, and Polygon has acknowledged that blockchains do take a lot of electricity, 20 minutes of TV per transaction, and to offset that, Polygon does the carbon offsetting, not Modhaus. Right. They could be fully lying that they are doing things to offset because crypto is so unregulated. I guess that's under the assumption that Modhaus would be the one doing the offset, but no, it's Polygon. And Polygon, crypto is very unregulated, but they're not lying about it because the entire point of the blockchain is that it's decentralized and thus requires the participation of thousands of people in order to make it work. And all of these thousands of people can and do verify all of this information. So Polygon is not lying about that. Yeah. Even if proof of stake, it is still tons of energy to find something because computers have to actually find something. They don't. That's actually the difference between proof of work and proof of stake. Proof of stake does not require the computers to find or solve anything. So, and that's why it is a fraction of the computational power needed. NFTs showing up more and more doesn't mean we should support them. No, but it's going to become more of an inevitable thing to navigate, and that's why I chose to proactively navigate and learn about them so I can make informed decisions. Right. By supporting, we're encouraging the use of them. It's not like a single passenger car, because most use of single passenger car is necessary, and buying an NFT is completely want. That's true. I do have to have a single passenger car in order to participate in society, and I don't have to buy digital Loona trading cards, so I don't have anything to refute that, but I don't see the harm in buying them, so. Most places have dropped NFTs completely due to their complete downfall in value. Even the triple S ones, they're worth absolutely nothing. The triple S ones never had any monetary value to begin with, and you are thinking of the bubble bursting, which is true. The bubble did burst on the speculative market of NFTs, and all of them lost complete value. But those are completely separate. It's a completely separate situation from the Modhaus NFTs. Those are not assigned any sort of monetary value. They don't have any sort of monetary value. The entire value is in it as a digital collectible that you can trade with other fans, and as your one vote. So, right. Our girls are worth more than getting paid in crypto money that they could possibly never be able to cash out. They're not going to get paid in crypto. So Modhaus sells their objects using fiat money. So fiat is basically real money, like USD or the yuan. They sell them using real money. We pay for them using real money, and Modhaus gets all the profits in real money, and presumably those profits are what they're going to be using to pay the members. The crypto and NFTs, cryptocurrencies and NFTs are two different things. And actually, okay, well, I don't want to get too complex, but NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Cryptocurrency is fungible. So by their definition, they're kind of opposite things. I don't know. Anyway, they're separate, okay? There's no cryptocurrency involved in the Modhaus objects. The cryptocurrencies and NFTs both use the blockchain to verify that they are legitimate. So that's the main similarity here. But they're not the same thing. And the girls would not be getting paid in crypto. Modhaus does not receive the profits for these in crypto. They receive it in real money, yuan and USD, or yen, or however they're selling them. If you want to pay them the most direct way, our company doesn't even get barely kind of cut, buy Fab coins. I do actually buy a lot of Fab coins. I make sure to spam them, my love, all the time, and I have a ton of Fab coins. So you don't only get to talk about those. I do know, oh yeah, you're not impacting the environment horribly while doing it. This also wouldn't be impacting the environment horribly because of everything I've already talked about. There we go. To me, someone saying they want to support the girls by buying NFTs is an excuse because you can support them ethically buying Fab points. I do. You only want to buy the NFTs because you want to have them, like you said in your video. That is true, but I do also want to support them, and that would be a huge selling point. And maybe is a huge selling point of why the triple S ones do as well as they do is because Modhaus came out and said that the members get a cut of that money in addition to whatever their contract is. So by buying these digital trading cards, I would be putting money directly in my girls' pockets. And considering everything that Loona's been through, that is a huge benefit to me. And that is something I am very interested in. And that is why I push so much on Fab to begin with, because honestly, I don't really have the energy to actually converse with the members. Everything I send them is just, oh, I love you. Hey, have a great day. You know, I don't really get very much out of the Fab interactions. I just go online and read the translations later. Okay, I do it purely to give them money. And so it would be a huge it's a huge point of why I was so determined to figure out what is going on here with the objects. Okay. You just want complete entire sets, tadpole sets. I mean, that is a factor too. I am a completionist. If they release digital photo cards and they say, none of this money is going to Loona, I will reconsider my entire stance. But if they follow the same model that they're following for Triple S, Loona will be getting cuts of all the profits. I'm going to buy them. I am. I'm going to buy them, and maybe it'll equal like several movies worth of TV watching. Yeah. Voting thing, okay, the Cosmos app. I do not participate in Triple S. I don't know very much about the voting. I've seen a lot of people say that it lets whales rule the voting. And I've also seen someone say that the company could just create a whole bunch of accounts and manipulate the voting the way that they want anyway. I agree with that. The voting isn't my favorite thing. I personally don't think they're going to implement the voting for Loona. There's no evidence that they will, because Triple S's entire concept was kind of formed around this idea that fans would have a lot of input. That's not the case for Loona, and because Loona is Jaden's personal project, I don't think that he would make such a huge change in that way to their concept, but I do think that he would work in NFTs, because so many investors are NFT companies, and because it is massively profitable for Triple S. So it would also be massively profitable for Loona, and thus Loona would be getting a big chunk of that, in theory. This is all speculation. We don't know for sure, one way or another. But I'm just going off of what I'm observing, and I am mentally preparing myself for these possibilities. Okay. So this, I have nothing to say, nothing to add about it. If you're able to think more about your consumption ethics surrounding it, as someone whose special interest is also Loona, as well as an OT12 collector, I know these girls deserve the best. They deserve the best. I will never be buying an NFT. I mean, that's fine. I don't care if you still don't like NFTs. But this is why I feel the way I do. And this is why I did actually think very deeply about my consumption and the ethics surrounding it. And this is the conclusion I've come to, is that I'm comfortable with the specific way that Modhaus utilizes NFTs. Now, this isn't a blanket statement that I'm okay with all NFTs. NFTs can be utilized in a variety of ways, okay? And any way that they're going to use them, I'm going to have to research it, right? But the way that Modhaus specifically is presently utilizing NFTs, I don't have a problem with it. There's no grifts, there's no scams, there's no monetary value involved. They don't steal our profit from artists. In fact, they are directly giving the artists the profit. The environmental factors, already got over it. 0.1, like less than 0.1% of the massive output of proof of work. And actually, a lot of governments are forcing companies to go into proof of stake. So in the future, I think that proof of work will be eliminated completely, hopefully. That still won't give me blanket approval of all NFTs or all cryptocurrencies. Like I said, I work in the financial industry. I do not like cryptocurrencies. For a variety of reasons, I am not a fan. I think decentralized finance it's a grift. And, well, I'm not going to get into all that because it's unrelated to Modhaus, because there's no financial factors to their NFTs. People who are rich enough get to decide everything with the voting. Like I said, I agree with that. As an orbit should not stand for this or encourage it. Okay, but like I said, I don't personally believe they're going to implement that. If they do implement voting, I will tackle it at that time. If they do implement voting and we don't like it, we can say we don't like it by not purchasing the NFTs, right? We're great at boycotting. But we'll get to that when we cross it. We'll get to that bridge when we cross it. I don't really have anything to say with that. I actually did refute all of that here. I explained it very nicely. Okay, here's one more thing. To purchase NFT, you have to use ETH, which is cryptocurrency. You are correct that ETH ETH is a cryptocurrency. Ethereum is actually a blockchain platform, and S is a cryptocurrency that is native to that platform, but they're two separate things, okay? But neither of that matters because Modhaus actually uses Polygon, which does not use Ethereum at all. Completely different platform. No cryptocurrency is involved here. To get paid out for making NFTs and selling them, you get paid in cryptocurrency. I think you're thinking of platforms like OpenSeas, which, yes, a lot, that was a big part of how artists were getting taken advantage of and grifted and so on. But no, it has nothing to do with how they're going to pay the girls. And I said, don't lecture me, because I was annoyed. But yeah, I did delete all of those comments because I don't want to let misinformation just sit on my page. And I did block those users that were insulting me because this is my space and I don't have to take that. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to explain my stance. This is not me opening myself up for debate. I'm not willing to debate this, but if I do have something wrong, if you are knowledgeable about the situation and I have information wrong, I would love to know because I do want to make the most informed decision that I can make. Okay? I just don't... the people that were trying to tell me I was wrong were just listing a bunch of wrong info, and I know it's wrong because I did a lot of research. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have comments on or off on this video because, like I said, I'm not opening myself up for a debate, but I do want to make sure I'm correct. So I may leave the comments on and just heavily moderate them. So yeah, if I do have anything wrong here, incorrect here, please do tell me because there isn't an easy way to learn this stuff. So, and like I said, a lot of us figured NFTs are bad and we just moved on with our lives and never thought about it again. The only reason I revisited it at all is because of the current situation with Artemis and Modhaus. So yeah, I don't blame anybody for not liking NFTs. I totally get it. For the most part, I still don't like them. I don't blame you for having a knee-jerk reaction that you don't like them. But if you're going to type out paragraphs to me, like chastising me, I would prefer you actually like are telling me correct information. That's all. Okay, bye. I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to record some photo cards right now.